What's up, America? It's your girl bringing you some news you can use. We are live, the number one internet radio station, IntellectualRadio.com. Today, I'm challenging each and every one of you all to step out of your comfort zone and don't be afraid. It's so many things going on in the world today. Oh my God. We never know what to expect. Some crazy, some reckless, and some just unbelievable. Please share the broadcast. Today, we're going to talk about business, taking our business to another level in the fourth quarter while in a pandemic, right? Voting season. There's so many different things are going on today. Most people won't have the courage to take a chance on themselves and walk into their dopeness. But I'm going to challenge each and every one of you all to do that with me in the next 40 minutes. So, what we're going to talk about today is your business, my business, our business, how to organize it daily, how to increase our customer base because we're in a pandemic and some things are shut down. We don't have a lot of events going on face to face, and we have to find a way to maneuver to still generate revenue. And then I'm going to talk about some ways that we and you and me and I can advertise on a shoestring budget because a lot of people are suffering financially because of COVID 19. If today is your birthday, happy birthday to you. Celebrate just being alive. Just be thankful that you are alive. If you're having a party, please be safe. Watch your surroundings, but just be thankful that you are alive. If you have an anniversary or a divorce, be glad that you are alive. Today's show is sponsored by no other than Krispy Kreme. They make the most awesome donuts on the planet. That is their mission, and I think they're doing it every single day. There was a line today at the one in Hillside. They have a couple of locations, 110 South Manheim Road in Hillside, 17815 South Hodgson Street in Homewood, 9150 Southwestern Avenue in Evergreen Park, and 110 South Manheim Road. And then they have one at Block 37, which is downtown, 108 North State Street. So visit one near you. They do have a Krispy Kreme special today. So hopefully you'll be able to get out and enjoy the donuts today. I want to give a special shout out to Roman Morrow. He's on the drive at 5 here at Intellectual Radio Family every Monday at 5 p.m. And Boss Lady Katie Lowe, Rhythm Flow Radio, and she's on every Tuesday. So she'll be on today at 4:45. We do a roundtable every last Thursday of the month, and I mean it could get wild. And so I just want to thank them for taking time out to join their personalities together and do a roundtable. If you would like to join in on our roundtable, it's always the last Thursday. And last Thursday we had to do it at night because I had a problem with the internet connection by my house because of the wind. So I want to thank them for coming on at noon and then coming back at 10 o'clock. So just, I want to thank them. So listen to their shows, listen to them. They have some good topics, some good guests, and just check them out. And before we get started, I have a couple of bills to pay. We're going to come back. And the first thing we're going to talk about is how to organize your day daily when you're in a pandemic and you have a small business and you need to generate some revenue. But before I go to break, I have a new sponsor. It took me 5 months to get this sponsor, but coming aboard is Walmart. And so, hold on. Let me get them out. So, we're going to start the month of November, the phrase that pays. And in my hand are Walmart gift cards. I have a slew of them. And so, the way this works, well, first of all, no family member, no relative, no host, no co host of intellectual radio can participate in this. But next month you will, because next month there will be actual gifts that will be given away, compliments of Walmart, and we will have a wheel, and you'll be able to have that wheel, whatever it lands on, that's what you would win for the month of December. I'm getting excited just talking about it. But for the month of November, we have Thanksgiving. And I'm sure these gift cards could help some family in the month of November. So we have a game called The Phrase That Pays. And so when I say the phrase that pays, I'm going to give you the phrase in its entirety. You would have to call in with that phrase within 10 minutes of hearing that phrase. Within 10 minutes of hearing that phrase. And you have to say the phrase verbatim, word from word. And the show is recorded, so we will know if you are saying the phrase that pays word from word. When I come back from break, I'm going to give you the phrase that pays, and one of these gift cards is going to go to someone today. You're tuned in to Making Waves Miss Darci on IntellectualRadio.com, which is an iHeart radio station where we're guaranteed to feed your brain. Back in a moment.
Hi, my name is Team Olivia P. Listen to Making Waves with Miss Darci on IR and iHeart radio station, Tuesday and Thursday, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. We love you, Miss Darci.
Hey, this is Lenny Williams, and I enjoy listening to IntellectualRadio.com and Making Waves with Miss Darci.
Are bill collectors calling you? Are you afraid to answer the phone? Afraid of lawsuits, garnishments, losing your apartment, house, or car? Then call us for your debt relief options. I'm attorney Peter Francis Geraci. Chapter 7 or 13 can relieve the debt pressure. Call us now for a free phone mini consultation or log on to infotapes.com. We're the law firm you trust to get you out of debt.
1-800-401-4010.
It's a new year and the first anniversary of our revolutionary acne treatment. To celebrate, we have an amazing new offer for you. Order Proactive Plus, and for a special limited time, you'll pay just $19.95. Imagine yourself with skin so clear and beautiful, you feel confident to go after all the things you want. Make it happen today with Proactive Plus.
That's a huge difference. Look at that. Proactive Plus makes me feel amazingly beautiful.
Proactive Plus is dermatologist developed to help seek out and fix problem areas on your skin. And it's proven to work 4 times faster than the leading prescription.
This product is doing it. I started seeing results with Proactive Plus within the first week.
Now's the best time ever to order because we're offering extra savings to first-time customers. Call 1-800-773-5681 to get our 3-step system plus free gifts and free shipping. All just $19.95.
I use Proactive Plus every day. Like, I literally use this stuff.
American Express for travel and entertainment worldwide.
Just show them this, the American Express card.
Don't leave home without it.
But someday, I may even use it on the moon.
It's a marvelous thing.
Oh! So you can replace plane tickets, traveler's checks, a lost card.
Really? That worked?
American Express's timeless safety and security are available on Apple Pay. The next evolution of membership is here.
Welcome back. If you're just tuning in to Making Waves with Miss Darci, please share the broadcast. We're talking about business today and how you can generate revenue by getting your business in order during the pandemic. A lot of businesses are suffering. A lot of restaurants are closing. And I would just want to share some information that I think would help and uplift individuals to still be able to generate income. Katie Lowe, I hear you. She said, I'm coming to get my food. You didn't give it to super producer and Wanda, did you? Ha, 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 ha. She is crazy. Okay, so before I get started on organizing your business daily, I'm going to go ahead and give you the phrase that pays. Let me find it in my notes. And remember, you have to say this verbatim. And it is 12:35, so you have until 12:45 to call in. Where I put it? Okay, the phrase that pays. So the number to call in is 708-223-8953. That's 708-223-8953. And one of these Walmart gift cards can be yours today. Okay, so the phrase that pays, Your life skills is your message to the world. Make sure it's inspiring, okay? Again, your life skills is your message to the world. Make sure it's inspiring, okay? So now we're going to go into our topic for today, for business. The first thing I want to talk about is how do you organize your business daily? I've probably changed mine so many times over the years, right? We get bombarded with interruptions, whether it's your children, your family, taking care of loved ones. You have a to-do list, you rewrite the to-do list the night before and you have to change it. You have to determine what emails are most important, which ones get lost, which ones go to spam, and so time management is something I definitely work on over the years, and I continue to work on it because I'm just slow. But I do work on time management skills every day. But a lot of individuals are prompt. They are morning people. Some people are afternoon people, and some people are just night people. You have to figure out what works best for you. I'm just getting excited and pumped just talking about how to generate revenue since my show is talking about multiple streams of income. So even though some people may not have a to-do list. I think whatever you're going to do in life, it needs to be written down somewhere, whether it's on your phone, in your calendar, somewhere. You need to make a mental note, like writing it down. Because to me, if you don't write it down, then it is out of sight, out of mind. So the first thing you need to do is plan your day the night before, if possible. Plan out what you're going to do, when you're going to do it, in the order 1 to 5, 1 to 10. Before you go to sleep, write out what your goal is, whether you use a journal or a planner. I had a planner, and all the activities I had for this year practically gone. So unless you're doing them on Zoom or StreamYard or on social media, right? So you want to lay out what you're going to do for the next day. I usually try to do mine for the whole week since I have a lot of stuff going on. If you have errands, you got to go to the grocery store. You got to figure out what you're going to cook, what ingredients you need. If you got to get gas, if you got to run errands, if you got to pay bills, you got to go to the curse exchange, you got to go to the cleaners, whatever it is, whatever your day looks like, you have to write it out. For me, I have to get my water orders and ready. And now that I have my drivers, this is the first week that I have not had to go out and drive and deliver water. So I have the drivers. I have to make sure all the orders are ready, all the orders are right. I have to have the money ready for the drivers. All of that has to be done. The flyers, postcards, whatever goodie bags I'm going to put in there, all that has to be ready. And then all my other stuff that I'm doing, I have to make sure my show is ready, what topics I'm going to have, what guests I'm going to have, things like that. Sponsors, I want some new sponsors for my new season that starts next month. So all these things we have to get together. So if you're going to write an article from 8 to 8:45, you don't get up at 7:45 and start writing this article. You have to plan ahead to write that article. If you're a blogger, you have to know what you're going to talk about ahead of time. Whatever that topic is, you have to pre-plan that. This is something that you just don't do overnight. Even for guests, all the hosts here at Intellectual Radio, they have to search out guests. They have to make sure the guests are going to be here. They have to either have questions they're going to ask the guests beforehand or ask for their bio or their headshot, whatever. All of this, it may look like Intellectual Radio host and co-host just get up here and just turn the mic on. Super producer just say you ready and we just go. It don't work that way. It's a lot of planning and preparation behind the scenes that you guys don't get to see, but you just get to see the inward, the outward, right? The next thing you do, you want to start your day with accomplishing big things. So whatever your goals are, whether you got small goals, you got large goals, maybe you got some stuff that you really don't want to tackle, like if you got to call and make payment arrangements for a bill, or if you owe somebody some money, that's a way to do 6 feet rule and have to worry about social distance. If somebody owe you some money, you don't got to worry about them looking for you. Whatever it is you have to do, if it's stuff that you have to tackle that's not so good to do, you might want to do that first thing and get it out the way. That's what I would do. Just figure it out, write it down, and then go down the list and cross it out and do it. You'll feel so much better, right? You want to accept the fact that you're not going to be able to do everything that you may have on your list. Oh, I don't know what happened to my screen right here. You may not be able to do everything that's on your list, right? Hold on, let me fix this screen. I don't know why it's looking like this. So if you can't do everything on your list, you want to be realistic. You only want to put things down that you know you can do. So don't go put 20 things down and say you're going to do 20 things in a day. And you know you're not going to be able to do 20 things in a day unless you Superman or Superwoman. And if you are, I need to talk to you because that means you on point. You're doing some things. You can get through 20 things in one day, then that's awesome. Most typical people do like 8 to 10, 6 to 7 things a day and work to get that done because unforeseen occurrences happen to all of us. If you're taking care of loved ones, if you're doing things for other people, you know, they may be late, they may not get there on time, and things do happen. So you have to allow for that. I don't know why my green screen is acting crazy. I'm trying to fix it, you guys, and talk at the same time. That's called multitasking. Okay, I think it's a little bit better now. But you have to figure out if you're a morning person, an afternoon person, an evening person, and get it done. My goal is PPA, product producing activities. So I want things that I need to do to get things done that's going to generate revenue for me, for my business, for myself, for my family, that I can pay bills. It's going to create a legacy and something that I really, truly enjoy doing, right? It has to be, you have to have a passion for whatever it is that you're doing, right? If you don't, then it's going to feel like work to you and you're not going to want to do it. So make sure that whatever it is that you're doing, that you enjoy it, you have a passion for it, and it's going to generate you some dollars. I would not quit. If you have a job, don't quit it. Keep your day job until that job is producing the amount of income that you would have on that job. So don't just go quit your job and then try to figure out and just say my clients and customers are going to come. That's being unrealistic. You do have to be realistic in your goals. You have to be realistic in the things that you're going to be doing on a daily basis. It's not easy, but it's definitely worth it in the long run. The next thing, I'm trying to fix this thing and talk at the same time. Okay. So the next thing you want to do is the screen just left when we're back to the make sure that all your goal settings is going to generate income. Make sure it's going to be something that your customers and clients who are very important to you, who keep your generation, your finances going. Make sure you're looking out for what they need, what their interests are. Make sure that you are taking care of your customers and clients, whatever that looks like for you. Make sure that you're doing that. It's time for everybody, all of America, to step in beast mode. It's time for us to if you wasn't serious, get serious now. I always say we're at the end of close to the end of the fourth quarter. We have probably like 60 days or 55 days left in this year. So what I challenge you to do, if you can and you have a bank account, go and look and see what your bank account looked like last year at this time. On this day last year, see what you had in the bank. If it was negative then and it's negative now, that's insanity. You got to do something different. Whatever you were doing before is not working. So it's time for you to change and do something different. If your bank account from last year was less and you have more this year, then kudos to you. You're on the right track. And that's what I like to do. I like to go back and look at where I was that month last year and see if how I have improved and what steps I need to do to generate additional revenue, whether it's social media, whether it's advertising, whatever it is. I got to figure out what it is, because if I'm in the same spot, then that means I'm not doing something right. So the next thing I want to talk about is ways to increase your customer base. So if you get a customer, you don't want that customer just one time. You want that customer to be a repeat customer. And so that's what I want to talk about. I'm going to try to fix this screen. We're going to go to a break and come back. You're tuned in to Making Waves with Miss Darci every Tuesday and Thursday on the number one internet radio station, IntellectualRadio.com, which is an iHeart radio station. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a moment.
Red rose, my red bone. Though her favorite color's yellow, mellow, like lilac. Under blue skies, what she see up in my black eyes. She gazing in them like a hazel, whether she looking at hazels. Now she drinking on some Grey Goose, like she wanting me to taste too. I said I only drink every blue moon and the moon's right. So that's something that I can't do. But I'll paint you with no time, green on my mind, and the gold and the silver. I need that brown paper bag money. So many red lights in my life. I'm just waiting on my green to come. Instead, I'm moving so slow. People think I'm drinking purple stuff. I treat my haters like an orange. I peel them off. Pink lemonade for a sunny day in the paintbrush. Let me paint you a picture, like a painter with a paintbrush. My mind is a prison. Now, which color do I pick?
Which one?
The color of blues, defined in the pitch. Graffiti on the wall.
Yeah.
Visualize what I'm spitting.
You know what you say.
It's so remarkable, dude.
Is it?
The color of blue.
When you take a look at the spectrum, seems like the world is more splattered with red from blues being smeared from all these tears, so the black is kept if the chrome ain't near. Life with foggy vision makes it hard to see. If it ain't gold and pink, then it better be green. Purple heart cannon, never been a canary. Take the white out your mouth, sell it to one of the fairies. Everything ain't peachy, but shine like silver. Lime twist, brown liquor, and some click you children. You can look in the sky or just wait for the rainbow, but we all got a category or some sort of label. Painting perfect pictures like colorful scriptures. Don't blend me in with the rest. I'm a combustible mixture. Wish I was cut up blind from the tragedy. I witnessed the masterpiece of catastrophe. My generation is pinned.
Let me paint you a picture, like a painter with a paintbrush. My mind is a prison. Now, which color do I pick? The color of blues, defined in the pitch. Graffiti on the wall. Visualize what I'm spitting. It's so remarkable, dude. The color of red rose with my red bone. Though her favorite color's yellow, mellow, like la. Under blue skies, what she see up in my black eyes. She gazing in them like they hazel, whether she looking at hazels. Now she drinking on some Grey Goose, like she wanting me to taste too. I said I only drink every blue moon and the moon's white, so that's something that I can't do. But I'll paint you with no time, green on my mind, and the gold and the silver. I need that brown paper bag money. So many red lights in my life. I'm just waiting on my green to come. Instead, I'm moving so slow. People think I'm drinking purple stuff. I treat my haters like an orange. I peel them off. Pink lemonade.
Some beats by my son, Tristan Nicholas Vance. And he just sent me some more beats, so I'm going to have to download them and put them on here. So thank you. The name of that song is Colors. And thank you for sharing that with me, my offspring. So today the next thing we're going to talk about is how to increase your customer loyalty base, right? A lot of individuals just want that one customer. But for me and most people that are in business, you want repeat business because that's essential to growing your business and your customer base, right? But in today's climate, we're dealing with COVID-19 and the climate of not being able to have the events we have, the Black Women's Expo. Just a lot of events have been canceled or postponed because of the pandemic, right? And so now we have to step out of our comfort zone and find other ways to attract new customers to our business, right? And we have to be strategic on how we do that. And to give you an example, let's say a customer knows that you're going to be, you're going to have a sale. You have to figure out a way to get that individual or individuals or the masses to be able to direct them to your website, whether it's on social media, whether it's Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Intellectual Radio, Twitter, whatever you have to do, LinkedIn, you have to find a way to get those customers to your website or to see a post or something that you have on social media so that they can know that you have a promo. For example, for me, for D Flat Tummy Water, at least once a month, we have a promo, whether it's $5 off or $7 off. And so it usually runs for a week. So I have to either take out an ad, post it on social media, do it in a newspaper, find other ways to promote this since we don't have the pop-up shops because of the pandemic. So we have to be resourceful, step out of being comfort and step out of our comfort zone to find a way to do this. So what I did, I think it's about two weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, I made goodie bags, and I forgot the goodie bag, but I made goodie bags, and it was nothing but a lotion, a chapstick, and a small hand sanitizer. My D Flat Tummy Water card, the instructions for the water, and my Making Waves with Miss Darcy radio card. Put them in a little bag and tied it. And I went down Madison in Forest Park with my intellectual radio mask on, and I went to different businesses and handed it out. I also handed out a media sheet to see if they wanted to advertise for the upcoming year on Making Waves with Miss Darcy. So I had about 30. I think I gave out about 20. And then the next day I went not on Madison, I went on Roosevelt and did the exact same thing. So my next trip, which will probably be Monday, I'll go to Obrook and do the exact same thing. So these are individuals I would not normally know. They wouldn't know about my show. They wouldn't know about my water, but I want them to know. So it's up to me to figure out a way to get them involved, right? You can also go to company websites and submit your information. Let them know who you are, what you do, what your product, service, and brand is. If you're an author, you have a book coming out. If you sell jewelry, if you sell t-shirts, whatever it is that you have, we have to figure out a way now because this is our new norm. And so we have to figure out a way to keep our dollars generating because the light bill, ComEd, they still sending the bill. Niagara gas, people gas, they still sending the bill. If you live somewhere, rent or your mortgage, it still has to be paid. I saw on social media last week, and my heart goes out to those individuals where they were saying that because of the pandemic, they couldn't pay their bill. So I'm sure that ComEd, People's Gas, and Niagara, or even the water department know that what's going on. And if you got laid off and your unemployment ran out, but you do have to send them something. You have to do a payment arrangements. They have LIHEAP where you can qualify for LIHEAP based on your income. But when you get funds like your stimulus check for $1,200, you have to send ComEd something. You have to send Niagara Gas and People's Gas something. They're not going to just let you have utility and heat and hot water forever. At some point in time, you're going to have to make payment arrangements. Can we talk? Can I get real with you guys? You're going to have to pay the bill, whether you do it now or in January. And a lot of people were saying they got cut off and they thought they wouldn't get cut off because of the pandemic. But when was the last time you made a payment to any of your utility company? You just can't go and just don't pay your bill. I would be scared out of my mind not to pay a bill. Now, I'd be on the phone asking for a payment arrangement if that's what I need to do, but I'm sending them something. And I really believe that the powers that be know what's going on in America, who don't know, that if you were sending them something every month, they would not cut you off. I truly believe that. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe if you send them something every single month, they see that you're trying. But when you don't send them nothing, then because they said people were saying, I thought they couldn't cut me off until November 1st. They start cutting off people's electricity and heat and hot water on October 28th, 29th, and 30th. So that way, they on the 1st, people know that from November 1st, I think it's through March, they won't cut you off. Some type of rule that they can't cut you off. But prior to that, they can. So to me, I don't know what kind of winter we're going to have, but we have to be realistic. Nobody owes us anything. Nobody's not going to give us anything. It's up to me and you to do whatever we have to do to get things done. Now, if we have a job and our hours got cut, if you go on LinkedIn, they send me tons of jobs every day of the week. If you need to start your own business and still work. If you have 40 hours and they cut them to 30, then find something else to do with those other 10 hours. You got Uber, you got Amazon, you have DoorDash, you have all of these companies, and they are hiring. What I don't want us to do as a minority is not say they owe me, because this is not the time to say that people owe you. This is the time to get creative, use your talent, use your skills that God gave you, and do what you have to do. It's not going to be easy, but I can promise you it'll be worth it in the end. If you have not voted, please go out and vote. I seen people yesterday were saying it was a line. They don't want to stand in the line. It's cold outside. For those of you who do not vote and you have your right to vote and you choose not to for whatever reason, when things don't go the way you feel they should go in the next 4 years, please don't complain, because you need to be part of the solution. If you want things to change, then you have to take the initiative to make things change. But I do want to say this, and these are not the opinions of Intellectual Radio. These are Making Waves with Miss Darcy's opinion. Whether you vote Democratic or Republican, it doesn't mean that you have a clean slate. You still have to do things for yourself, your family, build your legacy on your journey for you. Nobody's going to walk and give you $1,000 or $100,000. You still have to do what you need to do on your grind, on your hustle. And to me, right now, we got to work even harder. We have to work even harder. 7 streams of income is needed right now in the pandemic. If we can get 10, get 10. If you look, let me explain something to you all. I walked away from corporate America in 2000. I'm coming up on 20 years being an entrepreneur. Was it easy? Hell no. It was not easy. But was it worth it? Absolutely. When I needed money and what I was doing wasn't working. Now, I won't say it wasn't working. I wasn't getting the clients. I was doing coaching, business leadership coaching. I wasn't getting one month I would get 100 clients. Next month I would get 20. Next month I would get 5. It taught me how to manage my money. It taught me how to go into survival mode. It taught me that things I thought I needed, it wasn't a need, it was a want. So I learned from all of that. And it helped me be the person I am today, but it's helping me be better at being better every single day. I'm still a work in progress. When I had 50 or 100 clients, I paid all my bills and I double paid them because I didn't know when the next amount of clients was going to come, right? For that 6 weeks, that 2 months, I paid those bills. I double paid them. And that way I was ahead. So that when the next client came along, then I had a little extra money. But what it taught me is how to be self-sufficient. It taught me how to make sure that my bills were paid. I had a roof over my head. I had 2 kids, but I made sure that I had groceries. I learned to live on a budget. I would go to the grocery store, get the stuff I was going to cook for the whole week. So I knew what we were having. It would be on the refrigerator. I would wash. I would iron all our clothes for the week. I mean, this is what I had to do when I say go into survival mode or hustle mode. But it worked. And if I could do it differently, I may change a couple of things, but I've learned and I've grown over the years and I'm continuing to grow. So that's why I wanted to do a show about 7 streams of income, because 1 stream and sometimes 2 streams is not enough. Everything is always increasing. ComEd is going up. Niker is going up. Cable is going up. Everything, gas is going up, groceries going up. Now they're talking about going from 10% tax to 20% tax. So we have to be mindful. We have to shift our mindsets to say, okay, so now that means I'm gonna have to do a little extra. I'm gonna have to look for some overtime. If there's no overtime, then you have to create the overtime. When I wasn't doing the business leadership coaching or when it was slow, I started doing resumes. I took a resume class and I started doing resumes and cover letters. I want to be the best resume writer that you could have. Then I started doing interview mocks. Whatever I need to do to generate revenue. Let me tell you, it got so bad one time that I went and got a CD from Office Max to learn how to do websites. And I was doing websites and I was like, I'm new at this, but I can do this. It was $99. I was creating websites. When I say we have to step out of our comfort zone and do whatever it is, that's going to make us financially free, when we don't have to worry about when the next payday is, when we don't have to worry about we got to struggle, we got to borrow from Peter to pay Paul. So, and I did all of that with health challenges. So when I see somebody younger than me, wiser than me, talented than me, have skill set, ain't nothing wrong, and you complaining, I don't want to hear it. You can't even bring it to me. We don't even have if I see you going in that down that road, well, they don't do this, and this ain't happening. My mom was raised this, and my daddy was this, and I was raised in the projects. I don't want to hear that, because that was theirs. That don't mean you have to be there. You are the person that can change that and do something different. Yeah, you might have got a bad rap, but now it's up to you to change your mindset, shift it, and say, what can I do to make sure that my life is different starting today, starting right now? What can I do to make sure that my kids are provided for, that my kids will have a better life than I did? It's up to you to make that happen. You're the parent, you're the adult. Now, let me tell you, it ain't going to be easy. It's going to be hard. But what I love is that can't nobody fire me but me. Can't nobody not give me an increase. If I want an increase, I'm going to do double work. If I want a day off, I'm going to do triple work. And that's my mindset. That's where my mindset has been. I challenge all of you all right now who are listening, share this broadcast and do something different starting today. The first thing I need you to do is, when I sign off, or if you can right now, go to your bank account. Look at what you had in your account last year on this day. If you at the same amount or better, you okay. But if you not, you got to do better. We have to. Me too. Me too. My goal is to double my income this month and then double it next month. My goal is to have D-Fly Tommy Water in 5 stores. My goal is to have 5 more drivers, to get a licensing deal, to be able to come out with my new product alert January 1. So I have a list of things I want to do. I have a 21-day social media challenge coming up. It will be posted and you can win a prize, but the person has to do this every single day. And I got some interns that's going to be lurking to make sure that you're following the directions, right? That's going to help me be accountable, and it's going to help you be accountable. We got to get set up for this fourth quarter to be ready for 2021. We don't know what 2021 going to bring, but guess what? What's that song by McFadden and Whitehead? Ain't no stopping me now. We got to get on board and we got to make this happen. I just had to say that. I had to share that. I felt the need to share that. So I apologize if I got distracted or got off course, but I needed to say that. So here are some things that we can do, back to our regularly scheduled program, to increase our loyalty base. A smile. If a customer knows they're going to be well liked, you're going to take care of them. They'll overlook price changes. They just want top quality service from you. When I was doing coaching, that's what I gave. I went over and beyond. And that person would send me 2 or 3 referrals. And that person would give me 2 or 3 referrals, right? We don't want cheap prices. We want economical prices. Know your worth. Know what to charge a person. So here are some things we could do to keep our loyalty base and to retain customers. Smile. When you call them, they can tell if you're smiling, right? So a smile goes a long way. 59% of consumers say that a simple smile and a friendly hello to see how I'm doing made them return back to a small or medium-sized business over and over again. Just a simple smile, and that's free, right? Keep up with your customers. Know what they need. Make suggestions to them, from sending a birthday card to a Christmas card to a call to an email, just to say hello, right? Invite them on new product launches when you have them. Ask them to give a testimony, a feedback on your product or your service. right? And and I have to stop and say this. When I say feedback, because now I'm going back through this again, so I want you to understand what I mean by feedback. So can we talk? I really need you all to listen to this. Any person that has a business and you ask for a testimony or a referral, you don't want them to say, "Oh yeah, I tried Darcy's water or I tried her coaching business and it was great." Anybody can do that. I need you to tell me if you weighed 140 pounds and you tried D-Fly Tommy water and you lost 6 pounds. That is different than saying, I tried her water. If you come to me and you need business and leadership coaching and you were only making $100 a month with whatever you were doing, and I got you to $1,000 a month, I need you to share that. Just saying I work with her and not saying what you did and where you were and where you are now, that's a testimony. That's a product or service testimony, right? If they don't know what to say, you may have to give them 2 or 3 questions to solidify that. And I just learned that a month ago, and that's huge. So just saying that you liked it is different than giving an actual testimony, right? The next thing you want to do for your customers and clients is put yourself in their shoes. Understand the customer service. Understand the interact with the customers. When you call JC Penney's, when you go to the gas station, when you go to Target, when you go to Walmart, when you're in a line paying for your stuff, you see individuals maybe talking to other people. They're not attentive to you. But you see people when you go to a register, they say, "Hi, how are you doing? How was your day? Oh, it's nice outside." It changes the whole persona of that transaction, right? So put yourselves in your customer or client's shoes and refine or improve as you see necessary. The next thing you want to do is be proactive. Keep up when your customer order. I had a customer that ordered D-Fly Tommy water and she told me she want to go on auto ship because she didn't want to have to call me every month. She says sign her up for auto ship with her credit card so that I would know to deliver her water and have it delivered to her on the 17th of every month. I had another lady who she drinks 2 bottles and she orders twice a month. So they asked for auto ship. You think I didn't pay attention to that? At first I was like, why do you want to be on auto ship? But why do I care? That's a repeat customer. Give the customer a client what they need, right? So we want to be courteous. We want to be polite. We want to track what our customers are asking for. If there's poor service that you have a delivery person do or someone you have working for you or intern, make sure that you are attentive to your customer or client's needs so that they are repeat customer clients and needs, right? Then you want to give out a freebie. You want to create a loyalty scheme. If they've been around you for a while, like coffee chains, they have the loyalty cards where you punch them. I know Fannie Mae, y'all know everybody that know me know I love Fannie Mae. So Fannie Mae have when you get a pound, they punch this card. And once you get to the 5th one, then you get something for free, right? Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks for Customer Appreciation Month or National Coffee Day. They gave out coffee, they gave out donuts. So you might want to give out a gift card or a gift certificate to say 10% off on their next order. Since it's a small level, medium-sized level, but you want to be available when they call. They don't want to always get your voicemail, which is something that I'm working on. You want to be able to make sure that they're accessible to you. I have a notebook now for my interns, the workers. I have 8 people. If they call, they have to find me. I don't care where I'm at, they have to find me. So you want to make sure that if you're open at 8 o'clock, be open at 8. Don't have the sign says close, please call again because you haven't got there at 8. If you open at 10, be there at 10. If you close at 6, don't leave at 5:30 and somebody is getting out work at 5:30, but they're going to make it to you by 10 minutes to 6 and you're already closed, right? That's a red flag and that's a turnoff. They'll go somewhere else. So that then ask for feedback. The next thing you want to do, ask for feedback. Are you enjoying my service? Are you enjoying my water? Are you enjoying your t-shirts? Are you enjoying your glasses? Are you enjoying your jewelry? Whatever it is, did you enjoy the book that I just wrote? Whatever it is, you want to give feedback. Understanding the customer's needs and wants. Now, I'm not saying you got to go overboard, but a little goes a long way. We want to be flexible. That's another thing. You want to be flexible. I lost my train of thought. We want to be when a person has a complaint, we don't want to just say no, our staff did everything right. If a person has a complaint, we want to take accountability for that complaint. The goal is to rectify it and maintain the customer or client. Rectify and maintain the client or customer. The customer is not always right, but we want to do everything in our power. If you got a customer that's paying $300 or $400 a month and they said somebody was rude to them that worked for you, I promise you're gonna resolve that because you want to keep that $300 or $400 coming in on a regular basis, right? We want to go out of our way to resolve the problem, even if we have to eat the cost on some things. Not all things, but on some things. The last two things I have is we want to be honest with our customers, right? If we have to do an increase because of the pandemic, we want to let them know a week or two, or maybe even a month in advance, right? For me, in April and May, some of the products, some of the ingredients for the water, I couldn't get. I couldn't get it. And so instead of selling the 30 pack in 24 pack, I was selling 2 or 3 6-packs because I didn't have all the ingredients. It happens. It happens. Be honest with your customers, be flexible. If they have a complaint, resolve it. Don't think it's going to go away. Just like good news travels, so does bad news. The rule of thumb that an unhappy customer will tell more people about their bad experience with your product, service, or brand, or with your company, whether it's small or large, than a happy customer will if it was good service, right? Everybody wants respect and honesty, and they will cut you some slack if you own up and honor that mistake, right? The last thing I want to say is we want to say thank you. And that's something sometimes we forget to do, even myself. When you're aware of a customer, boosting your brand, talking about your product, you want to show appreciation and say thank you. Thank you doesn't cost you anything. We want to be fearless in our pursuit of what I set our souls on fire. We want to make sure that we're doing everything in our power to promote our product, service, or brand, but we also want to be respectful. We want to be cordial. The last thing I want to leave you guys with is I picked this up and I thought this was really nice. It was by William Glasser, Glasser. He says, we, me, you, and I, we learn 10% of what we read, 10% of what we read, 20% of what we hear, 30% of what we see, 50% of what we see and hear, 70% of what we discuss, 80% of what we experience, and 95% of what we teach others. That's profound. I never looked at it that way. So today we talked about your business in the pandemic, things you could do to generate revenue, to increase revenue in the fourth quarter. So I'm challenging each and every one of you all to step out of your comfort zone and do the darn thing. Just do the darn thing. If you got one income, you should have 3 by December 31st. If you have 3 now, you should have 3 more by December 31st. Don't be afraid, right? Don't worry about what will go wrong. What if everything went right? Right? A lot of people are sheltered in the house. So you, instead of eating, you could be working. You got social media 24/7. You got intellectual radio 24/7. Tune into a show. We have several shows that are entrepreneur shows that talk about your mindset, that feed your brain, that you could get a pen and paper, get your earphones and listen and be taking notes. Now is the time. Knowledge is power. The more knowledge we have, the more power we have. So that's all I have for today. On Thursday, we'll do part 2 of In Your Business. We're going to be talking about how you can promote your product, service, or brand on a shoestring budget and how to brand your brand on a shoestring budget. We're going to be talking about those 2 things. So that part 2 will be Thursday. I need you guys to tune in. I have a project for you guys so we can do during the show. So make sure you have pen and paper, and we're going to talk about that. I want to thank Intellectual Radio for helping me and allowing me and my platform to feed your brain today. And take advantage of today. It's beautiful outside. I'm almost like Mrs. Rogers. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And if you have not tried D Flat Tommy Water, you need to call 708 998 3799. 708 998 3799 and get your free sample. We have a new ingredient, and I'm telling you, it's the bomb.com. And I'm not saying that just because I'm the inventor. It works. A lot of individuals have picked up a couple of pounds, and ain't nothing wrong with a couple of pounds if they're in the right place. A couple of pounds during the pandemic because they're at home. If you can, go outside, walk up and down your block, walk up and down your driveway if you have a driveway. Go to the park with the kids, let them run around and walk around at the forest preserve. Go to the mall. One lady said she go to the mall and walk around the mall, the top and bottom level, like 2 or 3 times. And that's free. You just got to get in and get out, when they open and close. But you also have to wear your mask if you're going inside of a mall. Whatever you do, be the best you can be. But we have to do some exercise. I started back up with my little 20-minute exercise yesterday. My goal is to go live tomorrow on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. But my goal is to do it 5 days a week for 20 minutes. My hula hoop and jump rope is waiting on me. So I challenge you to go and look at your checking or savings account from last year and see where you are for this year. Thank you, Katie. She says, change your water, change your life. So try the water. It's free. Call the number. If I have to ship it to you, you will be responsible for shipping. We do deliver in some areas, and the areas that we deliver in, we ask that you tip the driver, right? Stay safe. Watch your surroundings. Keep praying. Today, I think today is the last day to vote. It's election day. Be safe. Practice. So if you're in line, make sure you got your mask on. Some people got chairs, whatever you got to do. If you see a change in voting, then that's what you need to do, right? But we know we need to get your president out of office no matter what, right? We need him gone. So that's all the time I have. Thank you. In closing, build your own dreams, or someone else will hire you to build theirs. And that could be me or you. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, we're out. Have $1 million day. Bye-bye.